whatever the human being thinks in the time of the death, that body you'll get. So Bhagavan, God says in the Gita, if you think about me in the time of death, then you attain to me. So if in the time of death you think about God, then you attain to God. If you give up your body thinking about God, in the end you'll attain God. And Bhagavan also says, but how to give up the body thinking about me? You have to practice that. You have to practice. How can we attain to God? So, if every day you think about God, every day, chant His names. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. If in the time of death you think about God and chant His names, you'll attain to Him. This is natural. But if in the time of the death you're remembering your dog, your donkey, your pet, I think someone else, you will attain to that in the next life. So, Lord explains, those who think about me in the time of death, they attain to me. And if you attain to me, you don't need to come back to this material world. If you're a dog or a deer, if you think about a deer or dog in the time of death, again you have to come back to this world and again reborn. But if you think about God in the time of death, you attain to God, you don't need to come back to this world. You go to the abode of Lord. And if you go to the abode of Lord, you never need to come back to this material world. How can we attain to God? How can we attain to Lord? This is the process, simple process. Have to absorb your minds in serving God, chanting His names, thinking about Him, etc. This is the process. There's no reason. The more you put your mind in Lord, in the Gita Bhagavan says, Man mana bhavu, give your mind to me, become my devotee and worship to me. Man mana bhavu, you have to give your mind to me. Man bhakto, become my devotee, become my devotee. Worship to me. Do pranam to me at least once. It's very hard to become a devotee. Then God says, okay, now you cannot become a full devotee. Okay, worship me. Cannot. I also don't have time to worship you. Why, God? You have time to worship God. So many things I have to do. God, I don't have time to worship you. Okay, then Bhagavan says, okay, just do pranam to me. You don't need to do anything. Just do obeisances to me. Just fold your hands and do pranam to me and go. God says, only do that. In the beginning, God says, serve me, become my devotee. You say, I don't have time to serve. I'll serve my kid or serve you, God? You think I'll serve my son or serve to you? People in this world will say this. I have to serve my son, not you. I have the Bhagavan in my heart, in my house, meaning my son, my friend, my husband, my children. They are Bhagavan, they are God. First I'll serve them, then I'll serve to you. If I serve them, I already serve to you. Then Bhagavan says to the person, okay, serve your Bhagavan from your house then, if you don't want to serve to me. Okay. Madhyaji, okay. You don't have time to worship me. But Bhagavan says, what you should do at least? Man namaskuru. Just one time you do pranam to me. So this verse is saying, if verse from the Upanishads clearly explains what is the meaning. Do you know? If 10 times you perform the Ashwamedha Yagya, one sacrifice, horse fire sacrifice, again you have to come back to this material world, even if you do 10 times the horse fire sacrifice. But Bhagavan says, if only one time you bow your head to me and do pranam, obeisances, you don't need to come back to this world. If you do pranam to me, bow down to me, you don't need to come back to this world. So what else you need to do? Tell me. Wherever you're going, if you go to do any job, if you have the deity in your house, you just do pranam to her one time before going. And you don't need to come back to this material world. What else do you need? Tell me. You will not do bhajan like full spiritual life. Bhagavan says at least do pranam, at least perform obeisances to me. And Gita Bhagavan says, do pranam to me, because I am Bhagavan. And in Kali Yuga can say, I don't even have time to bow down. Somebody might say, I don't have time even to perform obeisances, I don't have time. Then Bhagavan says what? I don't have time to bow my head to God. Then Bhagavan says, okay, no problem. At least chant my holy names, it's enough. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Some people have spondylitis and they cannot bow their head. So Bhagavan says, okay, I give you one more concession to you. You cannot bow your head, okay. Some people have spondylitis, they cannot bow their head to God. Bhagavan says, no problem. Just when you're standing or even lying on the bed, just once chant my holy names. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. How much money you have spent just to chant this Hare Krishna? How much time you spent? And you can also chant holy names when you're taking shower, eating, drinking, anytime. There's no rule. There are no rules for chanting. You can chant anytime. Anytime you can chant. There are no rules for chanting, no rules. Your body may be impure or pure also. Maybe you took shower or not, no problem. Early in the morning. There are no rules for chanting. You can chant after bathing or also before. Even without bathing, you can chant holy names. Your body is pure or impure, doesn't matter. There's no rules for chanting. This is the glories of the holy names, so they do. In other things, like for example, if you go to worship the deity or to chant some mantras, Shastra explains, scriptures explain, you have to be pure. You have to take a bath. Like today in the morning, I was studying this verse. The glories of taking bath in the morning, early in the morning. Parastri means, what is the meaning? Generally means the wife of others, but in this loka, Para means the best, Stri, Tulasi, Vrindadevi. Means if you bathe with the Tulasi in your neck, if you take a bath with Tulasi neck beads, you are thinking like God. Is the glories of wearing the Tulasi neck beads. If you have the Tulasi on your neck, just take a bath with the Tulasi on your neck. Directly with the abode of Lord. This is not my verse, I didn't write this. It was Vyasadeva himself who wrote it. If you take a shower early in the morning, you go to Swargaloka, the heavenly planets, if you take a bath early in the morning. Nara means human beings come, means Swargaloka, heavenly planets. And if you take a bath early in the morning in the month of Magh, which is the Magh month, this Magh, January, February, December, January. No. Magh is middle December to middle. No, So Vaishak is a month very important. Also, month of Kartik is also important. And Mag. December, January or January, February? Mag. December, January. December, January. So Mag is mid. No, or Mag? Okay, sorry. The months more important. Okay, first Vaishak. The month of Vaishak, Shravan, Kartik, and Mag. 4 months very important in the Hindu calendar. Okay. In the month of Mag, if you go to Prayag and you stay in Prayag and every day you take bath in the Triveni, means the meeting of the 3 rivers, you go to the abode of Lord Brahma. Kalpavas means 1 day of Brahma. Shastra explains it. In the month of Mag, it's like cold. If you go every day take bath in the holy river, you do Kalpavas. Kalpavas means for 1 day of Brahma. 1 day of Brahma means 1,000 Chaturyugas. It's like how many? 8 billion years, not something like that. You go to Satyaloka, to the planet of Brahma. Yeah. If every day you bathe in the Ganges or some pure river in the month of Mag, you get this Kalpavas. Means to go to the Satyaloka for 1 day of Brahma. But if you bathe, Param is the best woman. Who is it? She, Tulasi. If you take a bath with Tulasi in the neck, what will happen? If you take a bath in Ganges, Jamuna, or some pure river, you go to Vaikuntha. If you take Tulasi on your neck, that's why you should always wear Tulasi neck beads. You have it? Very nice. You wear it. You also should wear it. You have to keep Tulasi on your neck, because you'll be pure. If you wear Tulasi neck beads, your mind will be pure. Your body will be pure if you wear Tulasi neck beads also. Mind, body become pure if you wear Tulasi. So the acharyas explained in the ancient times, the rishis, the saints, they said how we should wear the Tulasi. Very important to wear. If we don't wear tilak and kantimala and don't chant holy names, we go to hell. Those who have a human body but don't wear kantimala of Tulasi and also the tilak of some sampradaya. If you're from Shri Sampradaya or whichever sampradaya you belong to, you should always wear the tilak of the sampradaya. And in your heart, you have to have Govinda in your heart. It means what? You have to chant holy names.
Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare.
There are thousands of evidences. Jama Maharaj, the god of death himself, he said, all my servants, Jamadutas, don't go catch the souls of those who have tilak in their heads. You will die at any moment. Everyone who is born will die. Those who are born will be will die. Isn't it? Man is mortal. Man is mortal or immortal? What are you? Mortal. So you can die anyway, any moment. But if you're wearing the kanti mala of tulsi in your neck and on your forehead, the tulsi, you will not, the Jamadutas, messengers of the presiding deity of death, will not come to you. Jam Maharaj, the presiding deity of the death, called Jam Maharaj, he told to his servants, never go to catch the soul of those who are wearing tilaka and kantimala. This verse is in the Srimad Bhagavatam. Jam Maharaj told his Jamadutas, directly told. those who one time in their life don't chant the holy names, bring them to hell to be judged by me. But those who chant the holy names don't bring them to me. Those who don't think about God also should bring them to me. Those who never think about me. Vishnu Krita means you have to follow the vows of fasting. For example, Ram Navami. Ram Navami means appearance day of Ramachandra. Janmashtami means appearance day of Lord Krishna. You have to follow these fastings day. Gora Janmotsava also, Gora Purnima, appearance day of Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Have you heard the name of Mahaprabhu? And also Ekadashi. Vishnu Krita means all these activities for Vishnu, follow Ekadashi. If you do this, you'll never go to Jamaluka. The Bhagavata explains clearly, all the human beings should follow Ekadashi. You have to follow Ekadashi. And all the fastings, and the best fast is Ekadashi fast. If you follow Ekadashi, you get Bhakti devotion. Premalati Karamula means what is the root of the creeper of divine love? What is the root of the creeper of divine love? Is to take shelter of the feet of Guru and follow Ekadashi. Very simple. In Ekadashi, you can eat a lot. You can eat whatever you want on the day of Ekadashi until almost vomiting. You can eat on the day of Ekadashi. You can eat a lot, almost vomiting, no problem. But there is one restriction. You should not eat some specific thing. Rice, dal, wheat, chickpeas. Should not eat. 5 kinds of grains shouldn't eat. Because in the day of Ekadashi, the sin of killing mother, baby in the womb, father, cows, all the germs of the sinful activities are in the 5 kinds of grains on the day of Ekadashi. Should never eat wheat flour on the Ekadashi. Also no rice, wheat, dal also no, beans also no. Bajra means also millet, should not eat it. In the Gaudiya Mata, even sabudana, which is made of cassava, we also don't take. No, cassava, yes, but the sabudana is like some, I think it's like a round thing. Yes, some small. I don't know. Sabudana matlab cassava is round, yes? White, round, circle, yes? Okay, sabudana is like some small round shapes made of cassava. Here in India they have the sabudana. Other places also the sabudana. So you should not take this on the house. Proper is to do nirjala without eating and drinking. But if your body is not okay, then you eat fruits, falahar. Apple, you can take banana also. Dahi also. Yogurt, milk. You can take yogurt and milk in all occasions. You can take. Even this, they give nowadays the buckwheat. Everybody, huh? Simhara also, chestnut, water chestnut also. You know Simhara, chestnut. And also, if you won't eat for one day, you will not die. And even if you die in the day of Ekadashi, you go to the abode of Lord. Nobody will die without eating for one day. According to our Hindu tradition, when your daughter gets married in the Hindu tradition, the parents, they will not eat in that day until the wedding of the daughter, because they have to give the daughter in donation according to the proper time, lagna. So, if there's not time yet of the specific time that the parents give the daughter in donation to the groom family, the parents of the bride, they don't even eat. I mean, those. So the specific time, lagnas, some lagnas, which is specific time. From this time to the time they have to give the daughter in donation. So the parents, they don't eat before giving the daughter in donation. Sometimes this is very early in the morning, like 3, 4 a.m. They spend a whole day without eating. They don't die. They don't die. And also they are so busy that day of the wedding, they even forget to eat. They're enthusiastic. And they're also busy. They're full of tension because because of the wedding, isn't it? When your daughter and son gets married, you have so much work that day. No, there is no problem. Everything's haribol. Your sons, they'll get married in court, and then they just exchange garlands to each other, Gandharva marriage. Like nowadays, the wedding is sometimes more simple, but in the real Vedic culture, the wedding, you have to check the proper lagna, like the proper time and everything. So if you won't eat for one day, you'll not die. And even if you die, you'll be blessed. It's so amazing, the glory to die on Ekadashi. To die on Ekadashi. If you die on Ekadashi, you become. If you die on Ekadashi, you become a king in next life. It's a very pious thing to. Even prime minister you can be. If you want to be prime minister, you have to die, follow Ekadashi, and die on Ekadashi. Like you get so much pious deeds if you die on Ekadashi. Shastra explains, yeah. Ekadashi is a very pure day. You get all money, all wealth if you follow Ekadashi. Actually, to follow Ekadashi is a limb of Bhakti. Shastra gives evidence. I'm not joking. Ekadashi is so glorious. That's why everyone should follow Ekadashi and chant holy names. I think you not eat meat, huh? You don't eat meat. Onion garlic? No. If you take onion garlic, you should also stop eating onion garlic. Because in the Gita, Bhagavan says, in the Bhagavad Gita, things which are very stinky, you should not eat it. Because in the mode of ignorance. So they're following the mode of goodness, passion, and ignorance. If your food is pure, your heart will be pure. If your heart is pure, you can think about God. If your food is not pure, you cannot think about God. Because your heart not be pure. Your mind will be controlled if your food is in the mode of goodness. Then you get to attain Bhagavan. Your mind should be only one. You cannot have two minds. How many minds you have? One. Man means mind, and also means 40 kilos. It's one kind of a weighting system. Man. Before, they used to call one man is like 40 kilos. So when they used to crop in the harvesting, maybe you don't know. Maybe you can ask your grandfather, he'll tell about this man. How many mans in your crop, in your harvesting? Have you heard this word? No. You have a father alive? And your grandfather is alive? No. Okay, your father, I think he knows. If his father was in agriculture, he would know this word. How many mans? Mans means like how many kilos? One man means 40 kilos. Like in your crop, how much you got? So man means this weighting measurement, and also mind. You have to focus your mind. If your mind is not controlled, then focus nothing. You must fix it. And for the mind to be fixed, you have to give attention to what you're eating. Follow the scientific way. Whatever we eat, every 7 days what we eat transforms in different things. For example, you eat something today, after 7 days, this becomes rasa, rakta, mokta, and in the end it becomes the mind, comes in the mind, whatever you eat. This is psychological. Actually, bioscience explains. The science explains whatever we eat, they go like it's processing the body and transforming into more subtle substances. So that's why so many people don't care about what they're eating. I will eat whatever we want. No, everything on like what happens to you, like your mind depends on your food. Some people drink alcohol and they think he can worship God drunk. Cannot even walk drunk, completely intoxicated. Those who are drinking, they want to drink until they fall unconscious on the ground. I'll just continue drinking. You'll drink when? Until when? I'll drink until I have not fallen yet on the ground. I'll just continue. Those who like to drink, they're like this. So if you're drinking, the alcohol is pure or impure? Impure. You cannot go to the temple in this circumstance. Even a Muslim, what to say about others? Even the Muslims, they think the Quran is so pure. A Muslim can also not go to the mosque or read the Quran as drunk. So mandir, temple, mosque from the Muslims and church from the Christians is the same. So mandir have four letters. Sorry, 5 letters. Mandir. Mandir is masjid, mosque, and masjid also 5 letters, and church also 5 letters. So masjid and Gita has so many syllables. Gita. G-I-T-T. How much is it? 4.
It depends how to spell it.
G-E-E-T-A. Gita. 5. Bible also 5. Quran also 5 letters. All they have the same. They have the same. So whether we are Hindu, Muslim, Christians, there's no difference. The same philosophy is there. What is the philosophy? There's only one God. God is one. God is only one. You can call him God, Allah, or Bhagavan. He is the only one. We don't see any difference. God, Allah, and Bhagavan. Only the language is different according to time, place, and circumstance. You call him in a different way. But Bhagavan is only one. If you read the Quran and the Bible and the Gita and the Bhagavan, you see the same. There's only one Brahma, without a second. Brahma is only one, not two. We are Hindus. You say there's only one God. And the Muslims also, and the Christians also. And the Gita also says God is only one. God is only one. So whatever the Bible is saying, Gita and Quran also say the same. God created man after his own image. Bhagavan created all the jivas, all the living entities, but God was not yet satisfied. Then in the end, God created man like his own. Why? Because nobody can worship God without the human body. Animals, birds. You see, the Bharata Maharaj, he was born as a deer, the animal. He could not worship God. What to speak of others? I gave the example of the deer, Bharata Maharaj. So he was born as an animal and he could not worship Lord. Only the human beings. So you told that verse, Durlabha Manusha Deho. Human body is so rare and so always changing, temporary and changeable. But by this human body, we are able to attain Bhagavan. By the body of animals and birds, you cannot attain Bhagavan. So by such good fortune, finally we obtain this human body. We have to worship Lord Bhagavat Bhajan, chant holy names. This is what I wanted to say. Everyone should worship Lord and chant holy names, bhajan, the bhajan of Lord, and follow the 4 principles and the proper rules. The best thing is to wear tulsi mala on your neck and follow Ekadasi. If you're not yet following Ekadasi, you should. I pray that all of you, I request you, a humble request, please everyone wear tulsi on the neck and follow Ekadasi, chant holy names. What about Rudraksha? And Gurudev is saying, actually Tulasi Shastra mentions you wear Tulasi, not Rudraksha. If you're wearing Rudraksha, I'll not prohibit. Some people, they have some blood pressure and they wear Rudraksha for that. This is a Munden conception, but Tulasi is transcendental. Can I wear Rudraksha and Tulasi? Gurudev said, yeah, you can. I'm not prohibiting. You can wear Tulasi and Rudraksha if you want. But the Tulasi is more glorious than Rudraksha, of course. Because the Tulasi is so dear to Lord. Tulasi is so dear to Lord. The Bhakta is saying, Tulasi Krishna Priya. You read the Bhakta or not? Rudraksha is for Shivaji, for Lord Shiva. Another point, Tulasi is very soft and Rudraksha is very hard. So if you associate with that thing, you get the same fruit. Do you understand? If you contact with something soft, your heart will be soft. Tulasi is soft. That's why your heart will be soft like Tulasi if you wear Tulasi. But if you're wearing Rudraksha, okay, maybe it's good for your blood pressure or something, okay, but your heart will become hard. Because whatever you accept, that thing, that same guna quality also comes to you. So Shiva is also Rudra Shiva. So it's fear. I'm not prohibiting you. Like anger, I think not fear, anger, no? But you have to. That same nature will come to you. Shiva is a Mahabhagavata, is a Vaishnava. The best of all the Vaishnavas. That's why I do obeisances to Shiva. We also accept him as a guru. But in the spiritual conception, Tulasi is the topmost.